Living Life in Conversation with Jane Watmouth. Living Life is a series of short films where people with a learning disability and or autism talk about how they live life. Each film tells a different story. These films have been created to help people think about how they choose to live life or support people to live life. Each film has tips from the person in conversation and questions to help you think about the film. This is a partnership project created by Thera Trust, the Aldingbourne Trust, New Prospects and Paradigm. As you watch Jane's film, have a think about 1. Jane does things in life which make the most of what she's good at. What is this? 2. What are you good at, or what do you love? How could you do more of this? Pause the film when you need to discuss. Jane, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Jane, it's so lovely to see you.
Yes.
Met before, haven't we? Chat and Brews. We've never met in person, I don't think, have
No.
we? Just on the computer.
Yes.
So maybe one day we'll meet in person, eh?
I will do.
Good. Jane, can we start, Jane, by what is it you love in life? What do you love about your life, Jane?
I love music.
Music, really?
Yes, I do.
Do you have any favourite music, Jane?
Yes, I have. I like Irish country music.
Irish country music?
Yes.
Wow. And do you dance to it, Jane?
Yes.
Okay, Jane. So are you going to tell us a little bit about your life now, all the things you get up to?
Okay. Before lockdown, I always had a busy week. On Mondays, I was a volunteer guide at Airedale Hospital. I've done this since 2007. I like seeing the public and helping them.
Wow. Since 2007, that's
yes,
a long time, isn't it, Jane?
Yes, it was.
That's 13 years, isn't it? Something like 13 years?
Wow. 13 years.
So tell us more what you do there, Jane. What do you do at Airedale? You take me.
I took people to departments.
Wow. So my understanding is part what you do is you welcome people. Is that right, Jane?
That's
you
right.
Welcome people and you go, do you say something like, can I help you? Or
yes.
Do you?
I do, yes.
And people, do they look very confused sometimes at the hospital?
They do get,
Yeah, amazing. So
get lost.
Yeah, they get lost. And some people arrive at hospitals really nervous and anxious, don't they? It must be lovely to see your smiling face. And I actually know that's the case because someone told me that whilst they were looking at other projects, the hospital's website they looked at, there was a comment from somebody about being greeted by Jane as they arrived for their appointment and that it helped them so much with their anxiety because you took them to the right department.
That's right.
So it says that on the website. So it's fantastic, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, I know, James, well, you sent us a photo of something very important you got from the hospital. So what's that photo?
Certificate and a badge.
Wow. And what was the certificate for?
Lord service.
Yeah, incredible.
So
you do that every Monday until lockdown?
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
Will you be going back as soon as you can?
No.
You're not sure?
I'm not sure.
Not sure?
No.
Okay, well, that's interesting. So is that because you don't want to go back because of the virus, or you think you want to do something different? So you've done it long enough?
I have, yeah. Long enough, I think.
Oh, that's really interesting, isn't it? Because I think that's true of everybody, isn't it? We can do things we love.
Yeah.
And we do them for time and then think, actually, maybe it's time to try something different.
It is, yeah.
That's really interesting. And you've got the freedom and choice and support to do that, haven't you?
I have, yes.
Wonderful. Okay. Jane, carry on. Tell me about your life. It's great.
Yes. On Tuesday afternoons, I w- w- worked at Outside the Box Cafe in Hillcliffe. I served the public, working on the till, making coffees, and in the kitchen. I loved it.
What is it you love
Yeah.
about that, Jane?
I like seeing the public there.
That's what I thought you'd say. I think you're such a friendly, happy person, aren't you? So I can imagine you. So it's a different thing. So at the hospital, you were welcoming people, and that's one of your gifts and talents, isn't it? You can welcome people. And now you do it at a cafe.
I do, yeah.
So that's your talent, isn't it? And that's who you are, welcoming people. Wow. So you serve people on the till.
Yes.
And what else do you do? What other jobs do you do there?
And in the kitchens.
Wow. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And is that something you get paid for? Or is it something you volunteer to give your time to?
No. I don't get paid now.
You don't get paid. Okay.
No.
So you're volunteering your time at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and getting a chance to try something new. How long have you done that, Jane? Do you know?
It's been a year, I think.
Yeah, fantastic.
Okay. Yeah.
And I just want to tell everybody, you're looking at your lovely mum Rita, isn't she? She's prompting hello to everyone on the camera. Let's bring Rita in, shall we, Jane? Where's Rita?
You never tell.
Oh.
She's camera shy. There she is. Got to say hello to Rita as well. Wonderful. So about a year in the cafe, eh?
Yeah, you've been there for a year.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah. Oh, that's good. I just want everyone to see Rita because we could see this. She's given those lovely little prompts to help you, Jane. Because it's important, isn't it? You get to say so much about your life, but your mum just gives that little bit of support, doesn't she, to do that? Yes?
Yes, she does.
Fantastic. Thank you, Rita.
Oh, you're welcome.
On Wednesday mornings, I went to People First office. I do typing on the computer, answering the phone, attending meetings.
And Jane, am I right in thinking that you are one of the founding members, the
people
who started the key Craven People First?
No, that's right.
Wow. Yeah. And why do you think that's important, Jane? What does People First do? Am I right? It's about making sure that people with learning difficulties have their voice heard.
That's right.
And you say what you think and and you're part of the community by that as well. You're doing things for the community, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. And is there one thing, Jane, that is there one thing that you're really proud of People First having done?
They've found some jobs for people.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's all about people like you, what we call self-advocates, people saying, actually, we have a lot to offer. We should be part of the community. So you're helping people find jobs.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
In the afternoons, I went to the gym. I used to go on 10 machines.
You used to go on 10 different machines?
I did, yes.
Whoa. What's it like being at the gym? Hey, you're strong. She loves it. So that's wonderful, isn't it? And do you meet people at the gym as well?
I did, yes.
Yeah.
The staff were there.
Okay.
At the time.
Wow. And is it a community? Is it a gym that anybody can go into in your local area? Yeah.
It's in Craven.
Craven. So it's the main gym in Craven that anybody can go to from the community.
Yeah.
Wonderful, isn't it? You're doing there on your 10 machines, showing how fit and strong you are, and other people are there getting to know you. And that's great, isn't it? Right. Yeah. So, and it's nice when things are local to you. Do you walk there or do you?
No. I went in a young person's car.
Oh, you went in a young person's car. What young person takes you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, so who's that young person? They a friend, a supporter, or someone else who goes to the gym?
Support worker.
Great.
Yeah.
So you make sure they know what you enjoy doing.
Yes.
Do you make them work hard in the gym as well?
No.
That's very nice of you, Jane. You do the hard work. Great.
They don't come in, did they?
No, they didn't. It was to come in at all.
Oh, they didn't come in. You didn't need them, did you?
No.
They drop you
No.
off. That's fine. Just leave you to get on with your life, eh?
Yes.
What else happens in your life?
On Fridays, I was going to start working in our local library, but I didn't start because of lockdown.
Oh. How did you feel about that, Jane, when you couldn't start?
Well, disappointed, I think.
Yeah. It's really hard for people, wasn't it? When people look forward to doing things and things have to stop for a while. So you go planning to go and start as soon as you can after lockdown?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And so, Jane, when you can go back, when you can start that role on Fridays, what are you going to do in the library?
Scan books.
Scan books?
Yeah.
So that's really interesting. So you're going to be scanning. So again, when people come in and they leave, they're going to see you. Yes.
Yeah.
That's quite interesting, isn't it, Jane? Because all the years in the hospital, you were welcoming people.
Yes.
And sure people were comfortable and you were helping them.
Yeah.
In the cafe, you're greeting people, you're serving them, you're taking their money at the till. And now in the library, you're doing something again, which is about you. One of your talents is welcoming people, isn't it? Making them feel welcome because you're friendly. So you're using your skill again there to do that. Interesting, isn't it? You're Jane, who you are, will take you to different places. But actually, the wonderful thing about you, Jane, is you are friendly and welcoming, aren't you? And supportive and helpful. Yeah. That's wonderful. Right, Jane, you've got more of a story to tell us.
Yes, I have.
Go on then.
I worked as a volunteer with Selfa. It was a project linking children with residents in a care home. We shared activities and then tea together.
Wow, I didn't know that at all.
No.
That's incredible. So I'll just say again, you worked with a project
Yes.
connected children with older people living in residential care homes. How did the older people in the residential care homes react when the children went in?
Yeah, they were friendly.
They were friendly?
Yes.
Wow. And do you think the children enjoyed it?
Oh, they did, yeah.
Am I right in thinking you booked something for next year as well? Something to do with dancing? What have you booked next year?
Strictly.
You're going to the live show, is that right?
That's it.
Yay! So you're planning ahead to have these good things.
2022.
Oh, okay. Not next year, the year after. Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant, Jane. Have something to look forward to. So important, isn't it?
I went to church every Sunday and often had coffee and cake with people afterwards.
And that's what's lovely about your life, Jane. Just listening to you, I imagine you volunteer in a coffee shop. You are known at the hospital, even though you might be finishing that soon. People know you. People know you at the gym. People know you at People First.
Yeah.
People know you because you've been involved in projects like connecting children with older people. And people know you at church.
Yes.
So I imagine, Jen, I have this picture of you going out in your community and people going, hello, Jane, hello, Jane, hello, Jane.
They do that all the time.
Because You're definitely not hidden away, are you? You're not put away separate from anybody else. You're very much part of your community.
I am, yeah.
I have this picture of you, everyone going, hi Jane, hi Jane, hi Jane.
Yeah.
You do so many things, don't you? And you're valued part of your community because you're giving lots of yourself as well.
Yeah. I do cooking on Zoom with Outside the Box.
How does that work? Do you have your computer open and they tell you what to do step by step? Or
They do that, yeah.
is it really?
Yeah.
And they can see.
They can see me.
That's a really good idea, isn't it? And that could happen at any time, not just in lockdown, couldn't it? It could be something, a great way of helping people cook together and have fun. Because, if someone can't get out of their home very often, that's a lovely thing they could do at home, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
That's something you started during lockdown, okay. And again, I mean, I think it's quite a nice idea. If people don't want to go to a day centre but want to do some things they enjoy, not everybody, Jane, is as lucky to live with their mum like you. So some people live in shared houses and they don't have support to get out as much, which is, I'm not saying that's right, it's really sad. But it could be that rather than go to a day centre all the time, they could just do some online stuff as well, couldn't they? But they could also go to community groups like you and do everyday things. And I think that's what your whole story is telling people. Jane, can you tell us what the Craven Gazette is and what you do with it?
Okay. It's a newsletter.
So it's a newsletter and it goes out to the whole community in the Craven area, yes?
Mm-hmm.
How, the people that write the stories and articles, who does that with you, Jane?
Katie Peacock.
Katie Peacock, yeah.
Yes.
But it's Katie Peacock with a group of people, some of whom have learning disabilities, some are community members, yeah? Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
So you all come together and you think about stories about your community that people might like to read. And how do you help out with the magazine, Jane? The Gazette, rather. How do you help out with that?
I've done articles.
Yeah, Katie says you type them up, don't you?
I did.
Yeah.
I'm a good typist. My mum found out about it. She went in a cafe in Hereford and she found the Gazette. I had a look at it.
Oh, that's really. So the member of the community, Rita, your mum, was in a cafe and saw the Gazette. So that's great, isn't it? It really is in the community. So, Rita, is that how you got to know about some of the work of Exclusively Inclusive?
That is exactly how we found out. I went to a cafe in Hellifield with my other daughter and we sat down and she just said, have you seen this? We've just picked it up. And I said, no, I don't know anything about it. And we sat and read it. And I said, my goodness, this is just what we need. So we got in touch through that. So because Katie must have decided where to give it out in the community, we found out about it. Then Jane went to the lunches, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then, of course, wrote articles and typed other people's articles up.
That's such an important message because the Craven Gazette isn't written and put into special places for people with disabilities. It's actually placed in the community.
Yeah.
It's a community newsletter that goes out to everybody that shows one, how talented people who may need support are and can contribute, and B, actually we're all in this together, but also for you, it's how you found out about what might be great for Jane and got the connection. There's a really good message that we do need to have stuff out in the community at large, don't we? Not in special places all the time.
It was just simply by picking it up as we were having a cup of coffee, and it opened so many doors. Yeah.
Love it. Jane's tip: do what you love and are good at. Jane, I have this wonderful picture of you looking dressed up with someone there. Tell me what that photo, where are you? What is this? Some summer ball or something?
It was. And the actual day was my birthday.
It was your birthday and you had a ball?
It was, yeah, at the same time, as the ball.
And who's the person in the picture with you?
Dale.
And who's Dale?
It is a special friend.
He's a special friend, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, I have to say, you both look so glamorous in there, and it looks like an
Yeah.
incredible event. So, Jane, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
You have
Thank
told
you.
me so much. And
Bye.
thanks, Rita.
Bye,
Bye,
Sally.
Jane.
Bye,
Bye.
Sally. Bye.
Thank you, Jane Watmuth. Thank you to those who helped make this film happen. Rita Watmuth, Katie Peacock, and Exclusively Inclusive.